Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Jojo Plans, and today I am planning in my big memory planner from November 3rd to the 9th. So this week was the week of Chicago Planner Conference, so I have a ton of pictures, but on top of that, also it kind of turned into just like a fun little getaway with just my husband because all the other trips that we've taken have either been with friends and our daughter or again just with friends. So this was kind of the first trip that was just like us two traveling on our own together. So we kind of also treated it as like a little getaway for the two of us. So I think I'm going to focus my main spread on like us and like that kind of portion. There's a little bit of CPC stuff in here, but later on I'm going to have to spend some time making my insert pages that will have all the rest of CPC stuff, but I'm still waiting on some pictures because I did horrible at taking pictures, and I don't have a good majority of them, and I know there's more floating out there, so if you were there and you haven't sent me pictures of us together, please send them to me so I can add them, but I'm still waiting on a couple and then trying to like organize all of them, and that way I know like who they're from and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna have to do that at a later time because sometimes just trying to do that right off the bat doesn't work because I'm, waiting for other pictures. But I have other stuff from this week too. And then even just the pictures just with my husband, we have a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and at least get those ones laid down. They finally came for our house and kind of tore down the walls to look at the structure and stuff. So I do have some pictures of like what things look like underneath the walls and all that good stuff, as well as my handiwork on trying to lock my cats in the basement because we have this like door frame, but we don't have a door. And so this is how I got my cats to be trapped down there for while they were working on that. So I was like, you know what, we're just going to save all that. I finished a 1,000-piece puzzle, so I was super proud of myself for that. And just in time too, because we ended up having to move out of the hotel. We are officially back home, which is really exciting, but our home definitely looks different because now my husband and I have like our dressers that were in our room, just like out in our living room because we don't actually have a ton of space for things. Just because it's a 4-bedroom house doesn't mean we actually have 4 bedrooms. So we're definitely trying to like share space with multiple things in our house and stuff. But at least we are not living in a hotel. So I am super, super thankful for that. But we still have a long road ahead of us of, just things that need to be done and all that before things will maybe go back to a little bit more of a normal pace. But at least we're all done with travel, which I'm super thankful for because why I thought doing 3 trips pretty much back to back was a good idea, I don't know. People that travel all the time, kudos to you because I'm tired. I am tired. I am going to go in with the Chicago Planner Conference Live with Posh sticker book to start decorating this, and then I'll probably use it again when I'm actually decorating my other stuff, but I'm going to use some of the pieces in here as my washi tape because I'm just finding the stickers kind of hold things down a little bit better. So I'm actually going to cut off little pieces of this and I'm going to use this as, again, my washi tape to make my flip books with. So I'm going to use this one and I'm going to make my first one up here at the top before I move on to other sections. But I've just been finding like my washi tape's just not super sticky anymore. I don't know if some of it's just like getting old, but these end up peeling off like after a few days. So I think I'm just going to try using stickers for a little while and see if that kind of helps keep them down a little bit better. So we're going to use that for my flip book piece. And then I need to get this one down and any flip books that are going to be up at the top so that way I can lay down my glitter washi tape because no memory spread of mine is complete without some glitter washi tape. But yeah, I'm going to use this and see if that works a little bit better and stays a little bit better. So now our room has studs and you can see into our attic, which kind of creeps me out. So now I just don't go in there. We did get completely everything out of there except like our bed is the only thing, but it's because our bed is ginormous and they can kind of work around that. So but other than that, like our dressers, like all of our clothes, literally anything that we would have needed in there is out. So at least we don't have to worry, about needing to go in there for anything because we already took everything out. So at least we don't have to worry about that. Oh my gosh, I cut that so crooked. Don't look at it. On Sunday, we ended up leaving Chicago. We weren't planning to leave until this Monday, but then life happened, the weather happened, and I panicked, and I didn't want to have to worry about anything happening to our flights because we kind of definitely needed to be home by Monday for my daughter and stuff to get her from Nana and Papa's house. So I didn't want to risk that not being the case. So we ended up actually leaving on Sunday, which then meant we didn't have as much time as we were hoping to be there. I mean, we were hoping to have like a whole day. We had reservations for a fun Italian restaurant that night. Like, we had lots of plans that ended up getting canceled because we decided to leave on Sunday night. But before we left, we went to the new Harry Potter store that is there because it wasn't there last year. And I'm obsessed with Harry Potter, and my husband is getting more and more obsessed. So made a point to go and do that. And then we went and got some food, and then we, of course, had to go do the tourist thing and go see the bean, and then and take, our picture, because it's like we've both been there, but we've both been there separately. So it's kind of like our first time being to Chicago together. So we had to go do that. We wanted to go, to the tower and do all that good stuff, but that was when, we weren't planning to leave as early as we did. So we didn't end up getting to do some of the things that we wanted to do. It's all good. It ended up working out, but yeah, so we did end up leaving a lot earlier, but we did make it home with some peace of mind, which honestly at that point in time was a little bit more important than staying there and doing all those things. So trip didn't go quite as planned. Make sure to check out my video that I posted yesterday talking about the conference. I'm not going to bore you with all those details again in this video. It was a really good time. I will say it was a lot different going with my husband because he does just have such a wants to see everything, wants to go do things mindset. Even though he knew we were there for a specific purpose, he just wanted to go do all the food things, which was fine. It just meant I didn't get to be where I wanted to be as much because he wanted to go to all these places. We did go to this place, Amarino, I think is what it's called. And we went there twice, and we got gelato there, and oh my gosh. And it's one of those places where they let you choose as many flavors, no matter what size, you can choose as many flavors as you want. And it was so good. I'm going to paste this on here. I just wanted a place to remember, so that way next year I'm we're going there. And then I'm not wondering where the heck we were, because I feel like that happens all the time is I never remember. So I'm just going to paste that on there. But the way they make it, they will stack the flavors. I only got 3 flavors because I'm not a big, I don't like my flavors mixing together. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. So I didn't go crazy, but he did I should have had a picture of his because he got 5 or so flavors, and they kind of just make it look like a flower petal, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, so anyway, we went there twice because they had this amazing roasted peanut flavor that was literally mind-blowing. So the second day we went, we literally just each got that flavor. That was all I wanted. It was so good and worth it. But it was a really cool place. It was just always packed every time we went. And so it was definitely an adjustment for us because places like that, we don't have a lot of places like that are just constantly packed. So overall, everything at the conference went really well. Why do I only have 2 pictures here? I feel like I should put another one. I have more pictures. I just didn't pull all of them out because I'm trying to save some of the pictures that I do have for the extra page, but we'll put some of those in there. I did do a table this year, which was so cool and so fun, and so thankful that I was able to do that. So I did do 1 table and got to decorate a table, which was kind of stressful because, again, we flew in on Friday and I wanted to be there on Thursday, but I messed up my dates and told my mom a different date for when she was watching the kiddos. So we kind of had to stick with leaving on Friday instead of on Thursday. And so of course we get there and then immediately had to go and decorate my table and all that stuff because I only had a few hours left from the time we got there to when they were going to close the room and not let anybody in there to decorate their table. So kind of had a rush to get that done, but it turned out really pretty. It's one of those things where I honestly didn't know what it was going to look like until I probably changed the layout of that table probably over 10 times as I was laying stuff out, because I would forget what I even brought. I was like, oh yeah, I brought this item to put on the table, and I would completely forget until I pulled it out, and then I would find another item, and that was just like the constant the entire time, was I just kept forgetting what I had even brought to put on my table. And so I was just constantly moving things around. And then I forgot safety pins, so I had to use paper clips to hang my like little lanyard thing that I had. And so I was kind of annoyed at myself. I literally remembered as we got on our first flight. And then apparently, in my mind, I'm like, oh, like Walgreens or CVS should have safety pins because they usually have like little sewing kits. And of course, the one that my husband went to didn't, and we didn't really have time to like run around looking for it. So I made paper clips work, and it did end up working out. I did ruin my tablecloth, but you know what? I made it work. So that weekend was just a very much like, I can only control what I can control, because life was chaos before we even left for that trip. So that was kind of just like my model, is like, I can only control what I can control, and things were just constantly happening, and it ended up working out. Okay, sorry, I'm babbling because I'm having to make, I have so many flipbook moments to make, that I'm just trying to like do that rather than talking through every single one, because there's several. And then, so I'm just putting all the things of me and my husband in my spread, and then I'm going to make a page that's like just dedicated to Chicago Planner Conference, and all the people that I got to meet, and then like my actual table and the people that sat on my table, which was just so exciting. So anyway, so we have all those down. So this one's not going to be as exciting because I'm not going to have a lot of the actual Chicago Planner Conference stuff in here, but we will decorate a little bit, and just make this look a little cuter, because right now it's a little on the boring side. We have this gigantic piece of kind of like scrap looking piece, which make sure that's down. So we'll lay that in there. I'm going to even add some florals in here, as I'm literally not laying anything down straight. It's going to be that kind of day. Noted. Duly noted. And then I'm going to go in. This is a book that was exclusive to the conference, that I gave to everybody. But I do have boxes that are journaling boxes in here. So I am going to go in with some of those so that way I can journal. So let's go ahead and add a box there. We'll add a box over here. Oh, maybe I should have put that one over here. Shoot. My bad. Let me see if I can move. You know what? Where's my Goo Gone? Goo Gone. Or not Goo Gone. My undo. I always forget about this stuff. But I think it's just mainly because I'm too lazy. Okay, I'm going to put this on it so I can peel that sticker off in just a minute. Undo to the rescue. See, it's already coming off. And then I just got to set it aside and let it dry. Okay. We're going to set this aside, let it dry, and then I can put it on the other side. I'm doing that because I can put a bigger box on this side because I don't have space on that side to put a bigger box. So we'll put the big box over on this side since I actually have space for it over there. And then this book also has some really fun kind of like ombre. Well, this one doesn't look like it as much, but some like fun ombre that I did with the colors that were from this year. So anyway, that was really fun to be able to sponsor at a higher capacity this year, and then just be able to provide some fun swag for everybody that attended. Okay, I'm going in with my little boxes for little blurb moments to talk about what might be going on in the pictures. And I'm just going to do a little bit so that way I can still have some left over for my actual memory spread, but also that way I can put in a little bit of decorations. So I am just adding a little bit in here. Let's do this other pink color. Do one here, and then I'm going to do a blue. A blue. There we go. Add a little bit in there. Oh gosh, I didn't even leave a spot for my other journaling box. Literal fail. Okay, I think I'm going to put it up here. So I'm going to just move this one. I should have just used the undo again. Should have used the undo. Oh gosh. That's what I get for, see, I'm impatient. I should have just used the undo. It's literally right there. You deserve that. That poor sticker. All because I'm too dang impatient. Deserved. Okay, so that's the sticker that I use the undo on. It's a little dry now, so I'm going to put it back there. Okay, so now I have places to add things, and then we can go in with some of the things. I also have quotes in this book, which I'm pretty proud of because I think they turned out really, really cute. Well, that didn't go as planned is literally the motto for that weekend. It was a weekend, man. It was such a chaotic week. So yeah, I'm going to use some of these. This one says Chaos Coordinator. That's literally what it felt like this weekend. Just like this whole week was chaotic, honestly. I haven't been as stressed out as I was this week as I have been in a long time. Like that, it was a very, very interesting week. That is for sure. At this one day at a time. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Live Love Posh sticker book and look for some more decorations. We have florals pieces. We also have these fun, just little Art Deco kind of design pieces that I'm going to add in here just to kind of spiffy up some of the boxes. We even have there's little corner piece ones too. But I'm just going to add in some of the small florals because I don't have a ton of space to do a lot of decorating. So I'm just going to add little pieces of decoration, and that's just going to be in the form of these flowers because I don't have a ton of space. I'll do more decorating on my extra pages. I don't have a lot of pictures. A lot went on, so I don't have a ton of room to actually go in with a lot of stuff. But we can add in some of these things. Okay, I had to pause because my mail person came. I don't know what I was saying before. I'm going to be honest because the mail came and then I had to stop and run out packages and all of that good stuff. But anyway, so I'm just going in all the leftover little spaces and I'm just going to add some of these cute decorations in here. We have this really cute one that says swag, which we did get some swag, which was so fun. And then, I don't know, I'm just going to fill in some of the space with some of these smaller decorations. But anyway, the mail came and I was like, oh no. And then I had to stop and run out. Because otherwise then I would have to take them all to the post office because we actually don't have a set mail person anymore. We used to, and then he got moved. So now I just never know when they're coming because it's somebody different literally every single day, which has been really frustrating and hard because our mailman always came at the same time, or at least around the same time. I had an idea. He was super fast, and then he was so kind. He would usually come back if I wasn't done doing everything. So we were just super blessed with a great mail carrier. And then now we don't have a set one for our street and for our neighborhood now. So everybody's having the same issue now. But yeah, so it just makes life a little bit harder because now I just never know when they're coming. And then that usually means they come when I'm in the middle of filming. And so then I have to awkwardly stop. So if I was saying in the middle of something, so sorry, but I do not remember. Okay, so I got a good majority. I'll probably put a lot of these like fun, bigger stickers in my memory planning pages that I'm going to make for CPC with the rest of the pictures because I still have more pictures to put in. I just figured I would focus this one a little bit more on like the time that I got to spend too with my husband because it kind of was like our date trip as well because it was just like the first one that we had together where we didn't have friends or our daughter with us. So it was kind of nice to just like have a getaway of just the two of us. But then, of course, I was also busy doing stuff at the conference on top of that. So we basically spent the evenings together, and then, then I was gone during the day for the conference. But there we go, you guys. I'm going to make the insert pages. You guys will be able to see them when I post pictures and stuff for my memory planner, which I'll post on Instagram once it's all done. So I'll have like a little snippet of them, and then you'll be able to see them if I have them done, which I should. I'll try to remember to show you in next week's memory spread. But I'm still waiting on a couple pictures. And so I want to make sure I wait to get some of those before I kind of start. And that way I can organize everything a little bit better. But there we go. Again, make sure to check out Instagram to see what this looks like, all filled in and complete. Sorry this video was chaotic. That's just my brain right now, but I still hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye.